Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm just going to be bringing you a video in a tank I don't play too often, and I think I only have one video on the channel of this tank, maybe two at most, but I think only one, and that is the Atomic Centurion, premium tier 8 British medium tank. I'm going to be putting with Curtis and his Huntsman, and in fact it was Curtis picking his Huntsman that made me think, oh yeah, I have a Centurion that I hardly play, and I really like them, so I took it out. A lot of tier 8s, a couple tier 7s, a few tier 6s, but top tier with only one artillery, not the worst. You know, I've only got one video of this tank up, and I have a lot of British tanks to get, so I need to do a lot more crew training, so I might actually pull out the old Atomic a lot more in the coming weeks. Now, obviously Spanik was the one that gifted me this, very gracefully of him, a while back. And this had a couple differences to the Tech Centurion. I probably mentioned in my previous video, but I can't remember, so I'll mention them here quickly anyway. Then the differences on this are, and they're things that actually make quite a bit of difference to me, because they're things I quite like and find quite important. Now, you get less view range, which isn't ideal, because I do really like view range in World Tanks. And you get less accuracy, although still not bad accuracy. However, the advantages this thing gets is that it's faster than the Tech Centurion, and it has more DPM, and speed is important in what for everyone, and DPM is just a personal preference. Now, I'm in trouble here, because I'm trying to back up, and I'm thinking I'm going to go down a hill to reverse down a slope. You're going to see that I'm just on flat ground here. And I'm looking around to see where it drops down. You see, just to my right is where it drops down, so I lost some hit points there by mistake, because I had no idea what the map terrain was like. I just went forward, climbing up a hill, and thought I'd reverse back down the hill, but instead I was just in front of all the fucking enemies. So that wasn't ideal. I've decided to move over to this side of the map to avoid the shots from whatever enemies might be on that hill at the other side of the map. Gonna fire a blind shot real quick at the sternum, and just in case, I'm gonna try another one. Really good standard pen on the Centurion ones as well, just like the Tech Tree tank. 226 standard pen makes this thing actually pretty good for people who don't like to go full gold, as the standard pen is good enough for most things. And you're going to see here, 0.35 accuracy isn't quite the 0.33 of the Tech Tree Centurion, but it's still pretty good. More than adequate. Two nice shots into the back of the Roger Dodger. He's going to come out, I'm going to wait for the shot, take it, and back up. The Storm is going to show himself again, and he's going to lose his life because of it. One shot in, back up behind the bushes. Second shot. And I was going to fire him if he disappeared from view, but he ended up not doing that, so all is well. Now, they have a couple TDs, including a couple of scary ones. And as I said, I'm worried they're all on that hill. So what I need to do is, I need to try and stay hull down, basically, and only show my turret. Now the other issue is, that I'm kind of forgetting, is artillery is a thing. So I'm turning back around to deal with this Centurion 1 that's coming in my direction. What you're going to see is, as I back up, I back a bit too fast, and don't stop in time, and get panned. So I drive forward, repair the driver, or heal the driver, and now I'm actually side-scraping properly against the Centurion 1. Our Bison kills himself somehow, but it's not a concern to me. And I'm just going to side-scrape the Centurion 1. And something important to note for you guys is you can side-scrape in Centurion 1s, the Centurion 7-1, the Action 10, and the FE-4202. They have 50mm side armor, and the FE-4202 is 51. So you can side-scrape 152mm guns in the FE-4202, but 150s in the other Centurions. But to play it safe, if you're in a Centurion and you're thinking if you can side-scrape someone, if they have a 150mm gun or lower, then you can side-scrape them. Just remember that. Only issue is, you can't really get your gun around the corner as well, because Centurions and British mediums in general at the high tiers tend to be quite fat and have quite fat bodies. So if you try to side-scrape out and get your gun around the corner, you tend to get shit on, basically. Now, when I wish I landed nearby, I'm unspotted, and you're going to see I'm going to take a blind shot over towards the TD hill. And I actually managed to hit someone, which is nice. Always take your blind shots, especially if you've got a good rate of fire. Now, I got hit by artillery there when I wasn't spotted, so I don't know if the artillery was blind firing me, maybe saw my tracers, or if he was shooting at the T-32. But either way, that was quite annoying, so I've moved a little bit. Taking more blind shots. Now we have a whole bunch of heavies moving across the field who can potentially spot anyone camping on that hill. And now I've decided they've probably all ran off now if they've not been spotted yet. So I'm going to move up as well. And my key is, because I'm on low hit points, and this is the key for all Centurion play, you need to stay hull down. So following the field, I'm in the low ground, I'm unspotted at the moment. And you're going to see, I'd I jump over to get hull down here, or drop down onto this path? I try to get a shot in. Now going in to join him, unfortunately, I take a shot from the Kinonan Jagdpanzer, who basically has a Centurion Action 10 gun. So 268 standard pen, 330 heat, etc, etc. And my driver's been killed for the second time. But I'm now hull down. And now I'm going to deal with the Churchill Game Carrier, which is a tank I don't see too often, so always nice to kill one of them. And that shell that came in, I can see the other three enemies, so I know that the little M4 thing is the one shooting at me, and I'm not too fussed about him at all. He's got no hope. I'm going to try and get a shot into the hull when he pops up. Unfortunately I miss, I thought I aimed that pretty well. And now with a dead driver, I just really can't be arsed driving across the field, so I'm just going to let the team spot, and I'm just going to wait. I'm aiming where I think the M4 is. See, I changed aim real quick, and it turns out he was exactly where I was aiming. So aiming for the shot, do hit the side turret. Unfortunately, I don't reload in time, so I'm going to pre-aim the shot. But unfortunately, the shell was just a little bit too slow, and just went behind his turret. It's not a fantastic game here. I was top tier, only one artillery, but it's a tank I don't play too often, and I really like it. You can side scrape, you can go hold down, decent DPM, decent accuracy, good gun depressing, decent V-range. Overall, a really nice tank. 151,000 credits profit, 4,400 damage for the high caliber, 625 assistance, 2,100 blocked, and 2 kills. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.